how do I reinvent myself after 40 when I'm not sure what I want to look like or for my skin to behave like? How would we answer that? Seeing that not just Botox and fillers is where it's at, actually doesn't have to start there at all. No. I think gives people the ability to maybe have a look into something a bit different. That's dreadful.
Yeah. So if you went above a size 12, it was like, well, you were put on the fat list.
Oh my God, that's absolutely diabolical.
If a price at an aesthetics place is cheap, it's probably too good to be true. They're not using the best products. They're not using good quality products. Empty that makeup bag and empty that skincare cupboard and start afresh. Yes. Instead of having Botox to make my face look frozen, I suddenly realised that you could have Botox just to soften the creases and folds and little wrinkles that were appearing.
Because skin isn't just skin. It's your story. And I'm here for it. I'm Kelly Saynor. Are you ready for some Barefaced Chat? Obviously, Michele was the most natural next choice for this because we did a bit anyway, didn't we?
We've done a bit.
We tried a bit. We tested out the podcast in the beginning.
Yeah.
When I'm peeled,
right at the beginning. With Anne.
And it feels like this podcast was something that we'd spoken about. You tested it out first of all. You are the most natural speaker. I know it's hilarious between the both of us because I go around the houses a lot, which has been a running joke since you've arrived, since we met each other.
Yeah, I kind of offended Kelly. I can't listen to her. She goes on and on and on and off about 25 different tangents. I only asked one question.
I'm very passionate, Michele.
She is.
That's what I put it down to. I could say it in 3 when I say it in 75 words. I get it. So it really did feel like Michele was the next natural guest for me to have on. So thank you so much, Michele. I just want to tell you what you mean to me.
Oh.
And I want you to, you tell me where you can correct me on this because I know about your life and what you've told me. You've far become a friend rather than a patient of mine, but I think I needed to have you in my business from the moment I met you. And I said that to you.
I'm having you. I'm having you.
I'm going to have you. So for me, Michele, some people walk into my life as clients and leave us as friends. And that's 100%.
I'm not leaving, am I?
You're not leaving. No, she's not leaving. She's staying. It's like she's dying. Say goodbye. Leave us friends.
Like your P45 on the way out.
But you know what? They walk in and as clients, obviously, and you for sure stay as friends, and because
this
you need
so natural, by the way.
No, she's all natural.
Not.
And stay because you need them in your corner. And my guest today, for everybody listening, is exactly that. Michelle's my friend, a colleague, and regularly makes me absolutely howl every day. But she came to me as a patient, and it didn't take long before I saw your potential, your passion, and the powerhouse behind who you are as a person, and everybody else that you influence, Michele. I don't think you see it, but we all do. With a really, really huge career for me, listening to you talk about your life that spanned between air travel, fashion, sales, and now coming into aesthetics. You've had a real gamut, but it all feels linked in a way.
Yeah, I think it is. I suppose it is all linked because it's working with the public.
Yeah.
And when you work with the public, you never get 2 days the same.
True.
Every day is different.
True.
So you've not got the time to get bored with it.
Mm.
And every day it's a new challenge. Every day there's something different. Every day there's somebody new to talk to every day.
Yeah.
So that's why I enjoy working with the public.
It takes a certain special kind of person though, and I think that given that you've had a really colourful, interesting, textured life, you've been lucky enough to be exposed to lots of different types of people, and you couldn't do the job that you do, could you, if you weren't prepared to work with everybody and to speak to everybody? Because not everyone wants to do that and finds it easy, and you'll do that.
Kind of bite your tongue sometimes.
Very true.
Quite a lot of the time, but no, it's
you make it look good.
Everybody's got a different story to tell, and everybody's got a different experience, and sometimes when you speak to people, it's so like like we were saying before, you'll speak to me and you'll go onto 25 different things, and somebody might ask you a question and you try to get your head around it, and then you think, well, what do they actually want? Yeah. And it's just trying to understand people and trying to help everybody get their heads around what they want, need, and to help them in that way, if that makes sense.
100%. Well, listen, everybody for that's out there listening, Michele started off with Air 2000.
Yeah.
Lived in Hong Kong, raised two fabulous boys. She is one of the most capable, grounded, fiercely loyal women that I know, and she juggles her time now between Medica Forte, which covers a lot. Dibs in and out of Renew for treatment as well as to work on the podcast, give us advice. But you are, you know, a really standout customer success manager. You also work for Outdazzle, which is a really like luxury fashion retailer in Alderley Edge, helping women look and feel their best. You know, before that, you also worked in another shop, dressing women, making them look and feel great, because that's all it's about. When they come into the shop, you can probably see it on their faces, what they want, when they want, why they want stuff. But today we are going to be talking about skin, confidence, reinvention, what real like customer service looks like and how it influences your job day to day in everything that you do in Outdazzle and here. But please, everybody, put your hands together. Woo, for Michele. Welcome to Barefaced Chat, Michele.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for joining. I mean, what was your first thoughts about coming onto a podcast? Like, are you excited? You're like, oh my God, no. Do you listen to podcasts?
I don't. And I was going to try and do listening to a couple while I was on holiday, but I don't know where time goes.
Yeah.
It just seems to go. You get up in the morning and it's gone. So I haven't. But there are a couple on my list. Obviously, Barefaced Chat's one of them.
Oh, goody.
That are on my list to listen to. And at some point I will. I think once you start, everybody tells me that once you start, you just won't pick up a book again. You'll just be a podcast mad. Yeah.
I swear, you get more from it. It's fascinating listening to people's, but it's not just listening to people's lives. It's like the intonation in their voice, the passion behind it. It starts inspiring you.
Yeah. It's like having a chat.
Yeah.
Rather than reading a book and just reading the pages. It's almost like being involved in a chat.
Yeah. You feel you're there, you know them, you're right there with them. I think it's absolutely fascinating. You should totally do it. And it's transformed the way I listen to people.
No, I will move forward and do that.
100%. Wait, on holiday's perfect time, or like just in the air, or just like download, or what? Like when you're flying or whatever. When are you away next?
January.
I
don't think I've put the leave in yet.
Don't tell me. I'm not authorised yet.
New year, new days.
God, oh yeah. You can have that.
New allocation.
Well, let's start with the beginning then, and add this notch to your belt. But let's start at the beginning with you and your life at the beginning of your journey. So when you started and like with Air 2000, what made you want to be an air stewardess? Like, is that the right word? An air steward? Like what?
Stewardess, I think.
Cabin crew now.
Cabin crew, yeah, I suppose covers
the majority, doesn't it?
He, we, she, he, them, X, there. Everything, it ticks all the boxes.
It ticks all the boxes.
Crew, yeah. So it's something I'd always wanted to do. I just grew up in a little town, and I just remember seeing girls that I'd gone to school with pushing prams at such an early age. And don't get me wrong, that's obviously something that they wanted to do. But I just didn't want to do that. I wanted to get beyond that little town and experience different things. In fact, before I started with Air 2000, I worked for a lady called Margaret Taylor doing promotions in Manchester.
Really?
Yeah. And when Kendall's was Kendall's.
Yeah, I remember.
I was one of those people that used to run at you when you were at the lift or getting on the escalator with a perfume. Try this. And I remember it was like a real standout thing, like a British Airways.
Yeah.
I can't remember what airline it was then. Well, it must have been British Airways. It was British Caledonia.
Oh, yeah. Gosh,
two stewardesses coming in and going up into the lifts.
Were you like...
I'm thinking, oh, what do they do? I want a bit of that.
Really?
And then just looking into it. And then Air 2000 was born in 1988. And I started flying with them.
Wow. Did you work your way up?
Yeah. You start off on a temporary contract, do the summer months. And then if you're lucky enough, you get kept on at the end of the summer months, which I did, luckily. And then you work your way up from just cabin crew to, we had a number one and number two. So your number two is at the rear of the aircraft. Your number one's like your purser in charge of the head of the aircraft.
Wow.
But because it was a small airline, we knew everybody.
Yeah.
So it was like going on holiday every time you went to work. It was like going on holiday. And because we literally had 2 757s, wherever we went, there was no passengers to bring back. So we would either mess about on the plane on the way back. The best thing was to sit on a wooden tray at the top near the flight deck. And when the aircraft took off, because you got no passengers, it just went really steep and you'd see how far you could get. So if you could get from row 1 to 33, you were really doing well.
That is brilliant.
But if you didn't get beyond row 10 or 11, I mean, you were covered in bruises and all sorts because you'd hit the chairs on the way down. But probably shouldn't be saying that.
Anybody out there that remembers that, please get in touch with us because Michelle wants to know about you, that she wasn't the only person that did it.
Yeah, I'd probably get in serious trouble for that. It's a good job the airline's not there anymore.
Wow.
But it was just, if we started doing long haul trips. So we go to like Orlando and Bangor, Maine. We did the Gambia, we did Kenya, Mombasa. We just had an absolute ball. I remember the aircraft through the winter months because we were a summer, because we just started out.
Yeah.
The aircraft got chartered by some very wealthy people. We went to Brazil. So we've been down the Amazon, sailed down the Amazon with the cabin crew.
Did you get to do that?
Yeah.
So, when people talk about like a really good way to see the world, like, is it? Because, people say, well, the layovers are only like a few hours here and there.
It was. Like, I don't know.
You're lucky enough to do some of the things, right?
I think I was very, very lucky to have done it when I did it.
Right.
Because, and especially with the company that I did it, because it was a small airline. Like I say, we knew everybody, every flight you got on, hence getting too friendly with the captain and marrying him and having 2 children with him. But
the typical story.
Yeah. But you just knew everybody. So it was like, oh, you're on such a trip. Yeah. And it was like going away with your friends and everybody wanted to do everything because it would be the first time we'd been to Orlando or to the Gambia or to Mombasa and everybody. And every time you went, the crew, before you had found a new restaurant or a new shop or a new spot that you had to go and see.
Cool.
So we always had massive recommendations to go to places because somebody had already done it the week before.
Yeah.
So you just saw so much of the world. It was incredible, but I don't think it's like that now.
No.
There's an element of it and you can go and see parts of the world. I think a lot of people are going out to Dubai to fly for Emirates because I think they have quite good stopovers.
So you get stops.
You do, but I think they're generally around 36, 48 hours.
So you've not got
which is, and it depends where you're flying from and the time zones you're flying. So a lot of the girls try and stay in, if you're Emirati time, so that they're not jet lagged when they get home.
Yeah.
So that's more hours off you seeing things and sightseeing and everything. But again, they still have the massive insight from all the previous cabin crew of where are the best places to go, what's the best thing to see, which are the best restaurants, all that sort of stuff. So.
Given then that you worked for a brand that, or at the time a really well-known airline that I think we all are aware of the rules and regs. It felt like that. I don't know if it's still there today, but you certainly felt like you were looking at women that all looked the same, that all dressed the same. Even I remember feeling like, I want to do that when I grow up.
Yeah.
Because you all looked immaculate. There was never anybody really that like bigger, like that
you weren't allowed to go above a size 12.
Gosh.
You had to go and report to the 6th floor if you went above a size 12, or you were not grounded as such because they'd find they'd find a job for you on the 6th floor, which was like our head office type thing.
That's dreadful.
Yeah. So if you went above a size 12, it was like, well, you were put on the fat list.
Oh my God, that's absolutely diabolical.
But I think every airline was the same then.
Yeah,
I think everybody was the same. But your grooming and everything, you had to have your hair back. If I had my hair tied back and got a few wispy bits, I was always in trouble for wispy bits. And you had to have bright red lipstick on, even if you were on a night flight throughout the night when you got off the following morning, because you're representing the airline. There's a certain look. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm talking 88, 89, 90. It's a long time ago. And yeah, we did have aeroplanes then.
It wasn't black and white days, horse and carriage. We did fly.
So there was an image to portray and an image that you had to keep up with for the airline.
I get that, but especially for women.
Yeah.
Was there any guys doing it back then?
A few, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, quite a few.
Yeah. Outside of pilots, then what was it? Just like, okay, there's a typical guy that would do this, or like, was there, because I think typically gay guys were seen to do it because it was kind of a glamorized, like, trolley dolly, these words that were used to associate. It's just not fair.
It's not, but then it was held in quite high esteem. If you walk through the airport, we used to have little books that kids wanted your autograph.
Wow.
From when you were walking through.
I must say.
It was always quite striking. We used to have a black and white checked jacket, like with a little stand-up granddad collar, and then like a black pleated skirt, which after you'd spilled Bucks Fizz over, it had lost all its pleats and it was just like stuck out. But again, the service and everything that you did. I mean, the boys always wore blazers, waistcoats, ties, shirts. So it was like a 5-star service almost. So
did you feel that?
Yeah.
Did you feel part of that?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. At 6 o'clock in the morning, though, when you're trying to walk up an aircraft that's shaking like mad with the turbulence, and you're doing a Bucks Fizz service and a headset service and a hot croissant service and a hot breakfast service and then hot bread rolls and teas and coffees, and the aeroplane, because you're on a ski flight that's like 2 hours long, and you've got to get the whole service in. You've got to do everything, every aspect, the duty-free drinks. And you'd be like, right, I can see the tops of the mountains. We need to get these carts back stowed away. And
wow,
it was, before you know it, you're there and back and the day's gone.
Did you get told about, talking about turbulence there, the safety of flying? Because I think there's still like nervous people that obviously, people that nervous that drive, people are nervous that take the train, and, flying is a big one though. People get really scared about flying.
I think it's because it's not in your control, but it's one of the safest forms of travel. You think how many planes go around the world day in, day out. All you need is one of those apps on your phone to spot an aeroplane. And certain places are just absolutely rammed. I think it's very, very safe. And turbulence and everything, it's just, you go over a pothole in the UK, you can end up in more trouble than just with a bit of turbulence. You've just got to think it's a great big thing in the sky that's bouncing around a little bit. But ultimately, once you've flown through that, and pilots will do their utmost to avoid most of the turbulence.
Yeah.
Clear air turbulence you can't avoid, but everything else it's a very, very safe form of travel.
Did you ever feel a bit of like, when was there ever
There's a few.
Yeah. That you thought this is
scary moments. Yeah.
Gosh. I remember being on flights with my mum and dad. Obviously we'd been to Jamaica, haven't we? But one of the biggie ones was a flight to Orlando. The plane literally dropped. I mean, it was just so scary.
Yeah, it can be scary, and it is. Hence why they're told to keep your seatbelts on loosely. And I mean, I'm sure protocols have changed, but they can't change that much over the years because it's everything's still more or less the same on a plane. But it is one of the safest forms. It's just unfortunate that if something does happen, it's the number of people that are involved.
True.
A car crash is 1-2 people.
This is big.
It's
numbers.
It's big.
Of course.
It's big.
Wowza. Gosh. So it still pisses me off just while we're on that. You know when the seatbelt sign goes out or like comes on and people have got to keep it on and they go, the minute, I'm like, fucking sit down.
Yeah, just sit down.
Why is it?
Why? What's the rush? Where are you going?
We're on you're not getting off.
Yeah.
It's
Where
so
are you
annoying.
going?
I don't know if anybody else finds that really annoying, but it really pisses me. Anyone else who does it pisses me right off. So if you're near me, don't do it.
Yeah.
I just wait.
Yeah, just wait. I'll see you in, I'll go take my time. I'll keep my seatbelt on and I'll adhere to the rules and I'll still see you at the carousel waiting for your luggage.
I am like super excited for my holidays and it literally ping, they're like,
where are you going?
Elbowing you out the way.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about that. It's just a bugbear of mine. I'm sure it is for lots of people. So, you've had a major career. Like, tell me a little bit about, being in Hong Kong, for instance. Like, what were you working at that point? Were you with the boys at that point? Did you make a move because you were married to a pilot? Like,
so John ultimately came to he'd sort of reached the pinnacle of his career with Air 2000. He he was a training captain. He was the youngest captain in the UK at one point. Wow. He was 26. And there was a guy called Neil Burrows who was our DFO. He was an amazing chap. Yeah.
God. How old were you?
21.
Wowzer. Oh my gosh.
And the Ark was still being built.
Yeah, you heard it here first. When was
we
that?
helped with the Ark.
07. No, I'm joking. Go on.
So John was a young pilot. He didn't particularly want to go into training because it was the flying side of it that he loved.
Yeah.
So we got a job with Cathay Pacific in Hong Kong. So
oh my gosh. Was it
packed
insane?
our bags, went out there. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Settled in, wanted to do something because I didn't have the children then.
Yeah.
So I went and worked for British Airways in the first class lounge over there.
Oh, wow.
Which was good. And then uniform started getting a bit tight. And I thought, oh, too many first class treats. But it wasn't, I was pregnant.
Oh.
And so I had Jamie out there. He was born at the Matilda Hospital on the Peak in Hong Kong.
Gosh, what an
And poor little Reeve was born in Mac.
Oh. But they both that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, but
so yes, I had Jamie out there, and then I think it was about a year later we came back to the UK.
Yeah.
And then John took a basing with Cathay Pacific in Paris, so we were there for a few months. Still can't speak French.
So literally up sticks, and that you went there.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then came back to the UK, and we were here. Well, been here ever since.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we parted ways.
Yeah.
Shortly after Reeve was born, a couple of years.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Just
after that, then you went to work in sales. No.
Yeah.
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 For oh my gosh,
I know. I went to work for Jude at the Nail and Beauty Clinic in Titherington.
That's right. That's right. You were there, weren't you? Yes, of course, because you've done that side of things as well. You've done beauty therapy as well as sales, and then worked in fashion. It all feels very nicely linked. But what an experience! What was it like living in Hong Kong in a very different culture? And was there an expat community out there for you to feel like you were part of other people like this that looked like you? Like, did you was it strict?
Not strict. There was a massive expat community out there because Cathay Pacific at the time predominantly had European pilots.
Right.
I could be wrong in that, but I'm fairly certain that Australian, American, lots of Europeans. But 2 or 3 of John's ex-Navy friends were out there as well with their wives and children. So they kind of took me under their wing and showed me different things. And then we were quite lucky. It was still under British rule then. I mean, not that it made any difference. People do still visit, but we lived very rural. We didn't live down in Kowloon or on the island, which is where it's all sort of high-rise and built up. Right. We lived out in a place called Sai Kung, which is like a massive big country park.
Oh, wow.
We've got beaches and woods and trees and forests, and it was beautiful.
So you weren't really integrated into sort of Hong Kong
No,
style
you dip in and dip out. The public transport over there was incredible even back then. But we would have friends come and stay, and got a huge house, and we had a share in a junk that you used to take out to the outlying islands.
Oh, wow.
And if you went to the toilet, you'd go into this wooden shed, and if you went for a week, you could hear it landing in the sea below.
Oh my God.
You were like,
oh, nice.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
But experience. The seafood on these places was incredible. Oh, it was absolutely to die for. Oh, God, I know when because the boys used to go out and stay with John because he went back to Hong Kong, and they'd go out and stay with him, and they've been to Loy Lam's mum on Lama Island and on Lantau Island, and it's amazing. And when you go for a week, it goes straight in the sea.
That was so strange. Oh my God.
But it was, and Sai Kung, what the weirdest thing, the bit that you can't get your head round, is the desire for freshness. So if you were going to a fish restaurant, your fish would be swimming in a tank, and you'd go up and pick which fish you wanted. Oh, wow. And if you only wanted half a fillet, they would take that half fillet off the fish while it was still alive.
No.
So the other half of the fish, I mean, it's just brutal now when you think, I'm sure it still goes on. but the fish would still be flapping while your fillet's frying somewhere or steaming somewhere with a bit of garlic and black bean or whatever they cook it in.
That is a new term to fresh, right?
Yeah. And you all the fish tanks everywhere. You just go up and pick your fish. And
gosh,
I know, so that's a bit cruel.
The closest I've done to that is pick my lobster in Anglesey, which was amazing. At the lobster pot. So that was my experience. Comes pretty close to yours, actually,
Michelle. You still feel guilty though, don't you?
Massively, yeah. And you know that they've been, they've been alive a few minutes earlier. But you do. There's a certain element of
in Hong Kong as well. You've got to think of the heat, the humidity. So keeping things fresh. It is always a challenge anyway. So I suppose to a certain extent, it's just
and it's their way of life.
It's their ways, yeah.
Isn't it? Their way of life. That's what they did. So Hong Kong sounds incredible.
It was.
Talk to me about when you came back over to here then, and you went to work. You worked for Jude, obviously, and then after that you worked in sales.
Yeah.
And then after that you worked for Daniel's, then Pure, then at Dazzle.
So in between all that, I had six years where I was a project coordinator for a student accommodation company.
Oh my gosh.
We did fit outs, so full FF&E for student accommodation.
Yeah.
I was one of the coordinators on the Westfield site, which is over 1,000 student bedrooms.
Yeah.
Just outside of London.
Yeah.
So that was good. That was challenging.
That was cool, yeah.
It was different.
Yeah, interesting.
Enjoyed that. But that, again, still speaking to lots of different people all the time.
Yeah.
So doing your site visits as a coordinator, just trying to get the best prices for things, the products. And so you were always talking to different people, trying to create relationships to basically bleed them dry. See how cheap I could get things out of them.
Oh my gosh.
So then when I left there, that's when I went back into retail.
Okay.
So
what made you go back into retail?
The company went bust. Clearly I didn't do a very good job.
I see. All very
getting the best deals.
Yeah.
It was just a very, very competitive market.
It feels like customer service has been at like the heart of what you've done. Like why the consumer? You touched on before the diversity, the way people, wanting to understand people. Is that come from flying? Is that, you talked to me earlier on today as well about the fact that you were taught customer service. You wouldn't ever get that today.
No, and
most jobs.
I think you can tell. So when I meet up with some of the girls that I used to fly with, you can just tell it's about how you present yourself, how you deal with other people, bringing yourself to people's level. If somebody's sitting down there, then you crouch down and talk to them, or just. But there's an element of that you have to enjoy talking to different people and listen to different people's stories. And the customer service side, we spent probably most of our training on customer service.
Wow.
And the actual service that we provided as an airline. 100%. We were the caring airline.
Oh, was
you
that?
weren't allowed to go into the cabin and say, do you want a coffee? Would you care for coffee? Would you care for a bread roll? Would you care for a croissant? Would you care for a Bucks Fizz? And you always had to go into the cabin with a tray in your hand because you couldn't just pick up you see these stewardesses now and they're shoving them in the pockets, glasses, and you had to have a tray in your hand. You always had to clear and collect with a tray.
Were they an expensive airline?
No.
Right.
But we were in the same time as Monarch. Monarch always had a great service.
Good,
and Air Europe. Do you remember Air Europe?
Yes, I do.
So it was all around that era when it was it's part of your holiday.
Yeah, it was part of your holiday. You're absolutely right. Yeah,
and it was a privilege. It's not like
no.
You didn't hear then of aircrafts being diverted because somebody's having a scrap or somebody's been abusive to a hostie or somebody's
very true.
Somebody refuses to fasten the seatbelt or.
You're right. It was a major privilege to fly, wasn't it?
Yeah. And as much as people complain about the prices of flying going up, I do think it will make it more of a cherished pastime, rather than getting on a flight, it's only cost us 25 quid for the ticket, so we'll get absolutely bladdered at the airport, and then we'll get on the plane, we'll get even more bladdered, and we'll just abuse everything that we're told to do. And if the price goes up, then I think that reflects in your treatment of it. If you pay more for something, you generally respect it and treat it better than you do something that you've bought for a £5 down the road.
You're absolutely right. And we talked a bit about that in the last podcast with the makeup artist. She's just put her prices up significantly. And she's only 30 and she realised that there's a perceived value to things, and that instead of doing lots and lots and lots and lots of work all the time, she realised that she needs to have people pay for her service, value what she does, which I thought was really interesting. And I think that perceived value, like you say, save up for it and you can afford to do it or whatever, you choose that because you want the best for that at that moment or whatever.
So you could have 10 holidays and go to just go like really budget and not appreciate any of it. Yeah. Whereas if you've saved up and go for one really nice holiday with really nice travel and really nice hotel and food and everything else, I think that will stick in your mind more.
Yes.
Than, I mean, that might be a personal preference, but that's what I would rather do. I would, and it's the same with skincare or with my clothes. Yeah. I would rather have less of something, but higher quality.
Yeah, I get that. Do you think that because I'm the same, I like that, to live like that. I don't always buy, like we speak about buying Zara and stuff like that. I like to have certain pieces that look nice with other things like day-to-day stuff. I'm quite demanding when I go for dinner or whatever.
And in work.
Only I'm allowed to say that. When I eat out, like when I'm spending money, and that's because I think I've grown up very customer service minded. Do you think it is a bit of a lost art? Because I feel like I'm trying to instill these values in my boys now. And of course, they're like younger than your boys. Ollie's 20, Cole's 7. And I feel like not even my boys, general public doesn't feel like it's got this level of service that I want to see just from going to the post office. Yeah. It doesn't have to be like because I need to be in a poshest restaurant. No. Just in general.
I don't think the level of service is out there anymore.
Do you feel like it's a lost art? Do you feel like they're just not?
I don't think people care as much as they used to. I don't know whether that's a generational thing or whether it's just like you say, it's not instilled in people anymore. But I don't think, it's very rare that you get that service. You can go into a restaurant and get a shocking service, and you can go into a restaurant and wait for something. And then, we're really sorry, but you know they're not sorry. They're just not bothered. Yeah. But the same, I don't know, I just think the country's going down the pan a bit, if I'm being brutally honest.
Do you think we need to chill on it a bit? Do you think it's moving, it's this way because we are still stuck in our ways? Like, things like sayings like respect your elders, these sorts of things. Do you think it's an old-fashioned, archaic kind of mindset now? Do you think we need to be a bit more free with it?
No, I think having respect. It's like we watch so many police programs because Rick loves police programs. And I sometimes sit there and I'm like, we used to be frightened of the police.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you'd respect them, if you saw a policeman, you'd be like, absolutely. And still, if I go past a police car now, I'm like, I'll sit up straight.
I am.
Yeah, I'm checking my mirrors. I'm doing everything. Yeah. Check the speed. Yeah. It's about having respect. And I just don't think there's that around anymore. And I don't think it makes our country a nice place.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
I think we all could learn from our elders. Yeah. And from older people. I am one of those now, that you should respect people. Yeah. Some of the older people that you see around that you think, oh God, hurry up, or, get out of my way, or what they've been through in their lives and what, you don't know what, if it wasn't for them and their husbands and people that were here all those years ago, we might not be here. We might not be doing what we're doing, and just have a bit of respect and think beyond, I need to get to there, or I need to do this, or I need to do that, or what you're doing. And I know it's a bit of a rat race. Everybody's always got to be A to B. But there's a little lady that I see every morning when I take Bailey down for a walk. And she has one of those fleeces on, with the white wolves on the back. Yeah. So I always recognise her. And every morning she walks up Buxton Road, and she must set off around 7 because I get there about 7:15. And she goes to the co-op, and every morning she gets a few bits of bread and a milk and a papers, and every morning she walks back. And when we had that really bad snow last year, I missed it because I was on holiday. But when I got back, it was still there. And the road outside of the co-op on Buxton Road with Black Road was just really, really bad and really icy. And I stopped and I made sure that she got beyond the bridge and went further down, helped her down. I went, you really, really shouldn't be out in this. I said, if one slip, one fall. And she just said, I have to do it for my own peace of mind every day. And it's something I will always do until they carry me away in a coffin. And she just, that independence and that, and she really didn't want me to help, but she was glad that I was there just in case she did slip, because it was so icy. And I always think, you know, you don't know what that lady's been through in her life. You don't know.
You don't.
What she's had to put up with is, you know, and I didn't want to delve, but, you know,
true.
Does she have anybody to help her? Does she have to do that? Can she get it Deliveroo to deliver it? You know,
but it's not about that, is it?
No, it's about her getting up, getting dressed every day, and going up there. And it'll be interaction with people in the co-op. And I see so many people walk past her and not speak. And so whenever I see her now, I always try and speak to her.
God, that's just testament to who she is. That's why she's here, isn't it, Michele? She helps the needy. Not that she's needy.
I think she's needy.
And if you're out there and you're listening, then this is Michele that speaks to you every day.
This is me. I want to mither you every day. She's going to hit me with a stick one day. I thought, will you just leave me alone?
For God's sake.
You mither
turns around and goes the opposite way. You now obviously work for both Medica Forte and Outdazzle, which you like the blend, don't you?
Yeah.
When we met then and you came here, what were you looking for, first of all, if you don't mind talking about your treatments? I'm not going to delve into deeper treatments or anything, but what were you looking for in the first instance from your, given that you just told me how sort of customer service focused you are, what were you looking for? And, you know, what kept you coming back after when you first found us and we first found each other?
Well, you wouldn't believe I was 90, would you? Kel's done that. Well, I first came to you through a friend. I won't mention her name.
Okay.
And just in case nobody else knows she comes.
Full confidentiality.
And she recommended you highly to me because she'd got an hour's slot booked in with you to have a treatment, and she got here and you went, you don't need anything doing. You're not ready for it. And that was such a refreshing change from going where I'd been before, just because I'd have a little bit of Botox. I didn't, at that point, I didn't have anything else. I just thought everywhere I go now, it doesn't matter whether you need it or not. They just like whack it in and just hope for the best. And you used to have this frozen forehead look. And I remember coming to you when you say, no, we're not going to put this in. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do this. We're going to, and then softly, you know, come back in 2 weeks if you're not happy with it and we'll top up. And so instead of having Botox to make my face look frozen, I suddenly realised that you could have Botox just to soften the creases and folds and little wrinkles that were appearing.
That's really cool.
On a daily basis.
On a daily Absolutely not. Look at you there. Look a day over
90.
No, that's ace. Obviously, because you'd been on both sides of it. Did you feel that it was somewhere to be like you trusted it and think, you know, did you feel like I could work here or?
Yeah. It was, there was always a nice atmosphere. It was a nice environment. You were never rushed. It was all quite laid back and chilled and always friendly. And the fact that it's, you know, you can just pull up, park, come in. You're not walking past a load of people going, oh my God. Yeah, absolutely. We know where she's going.
Obviously, you don't work, people that might not know what we do, there's two elements of what we do here, isn't there? Like the clinic's downstairs and you work upstairs for Medica Forte. Has working in Medica Forte given you a newfound respect for aesthetics and aesthetics practitioners, or vice versa? Or has it changed your perception of the industry in terms of skincare treatments, like what's out there, regulation, given you know that you came to someone that says no, we do talk a bit about this is a great customer of upstairs, and that's what you do.
Yeah.
This is the ideal customer of who you speak to day in, day out. Has it really changed your perception of the industry, given that we did the TV, the video thing together as well, didn't we, the short film, and has it enhanced or exposed your love of skincare? I said, like, tell me about like just the synergistic part of working upstairs.
It's definitely changed my perception of it, because I used to think that you would go out there, and I think there are still clinics out there, and it would be just sell, and just get as much money taken over that till as possible. Doesn't really matter what you end up looking like. I think here is more of it's aesthetics, but it's treatments. It's unless of course you want.
Yes.
I mean, some people do want that look.
Yeah.
But I think both you and Sharon are both very mindful of the fact that people just want to slow down the aging process a bit, to improve.
Yeah.
Just for people to look at you and think, oh, you look really well.
Yeah.
Not what have you had done.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And there's a lot of that in the industry.
Yeah.
It also surprises me just how popular aesthetics is.
Yeah.
I think because people don't talk about you don't realise just how many people are having a little bit of something done, and how long it's been around.
Yeah.
Is amazing.
Massive.
Yeah. We think it's something that's only been going 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
But it's actually been around for a long time.
Yeah. Longer. Yeah.
And then working upstairs is, I just think it's a great way. I mean, like I said before, it's every day is a different day. You're speaking to different people with different needs, different wants, different requirements, different problems, different. But again, most people that we speak to are all just about improving people's lives.
Yeah.
They're all
amazing.
Everything they're wanting is just to make their patients feel better, to improve their lives. I'm not sure. I think I've probably strayed slightly off the question that you asked me there. But
perfectly. It was about upstairs and the synergistic part of it. So you answered it beautifully.
I just think it's incredible that all the practitioners we have are all about helping people to prolong youthful looks, to improve on any imperfections that they may have, but in the best way and in the most natural way. And I think, I don't know, sometimes you speak to practitioners and they've had such a profound impact on their patients' lives. And you see it on Instagram posts, you see it on some of the feedback that we get from practitioners and their patients of how it's improved their lives, just having a chemical peel. Yeah. You just don't think.
Has that changed your perception? Would you ever think, oh, I'll just go in for a peel? Was it, obviously it's Botox before. Have you thought, oh my God, this is the first thing I should be having?
Yeah, I do, because I just think if you have a chemical peel before you start any treatments, then you're starting with a good canvas.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you might get such an improvement from a chemical peel because you're basically stripping 2 or 3 layers, maybe more, I don't, off of. So you're starting with a new canvas. You're starting with fresh skin. That might be all you need to achieve. That might be all you want to achieve. You might get the look you want and see the improvement you want without having to go down the line of fillers or Botox or anything else.
1,000,000% agree with that. And it's really nice to hear you say that.
So, but it's not just your face. You can have, I mean, ladies, I burnt hair quite badly when I was a teenager. Yeah. So I'm very freckly, very big, wrinkly hair. Yeah. The fact that you could have that there just to improve all of that look. You can have it on your hands for people that are worried about aging hands. And it's just, I know it's chemicals, it's a chemical peel, but it's a very natural way, a much more natural way of improving your skin tone and texture without having to pump it full of stuff.
Do you ever preach this gospel to your peers? outside of work, do you ever like find yourself talking to, I don't know, anybody from Dazzle or your mates, just be like, why wouldn't you consider this?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
And have they got the same thoughts? Like, is there still a bit of a stigma with peels? Are they a bit like,
some people will come into me and say, if I'm an Outdazzle, just say, do you mind me asking where you get your Botox?
Oh, right.
And so then I'll go down the route. I'll obviously tell them where I get my Botox, but ask them what they're trying to get rid of.
Nice.
And then I'll say, oh, have you tried a chemical peel? You know, and we've got the two peels. One's not quite as invasive as the other one, as in downtime, both medium peels, but downtime wise, it's much more manageable, etc. And I find that I do that at Balance as well.
Oh, cool.
You know, because Ellie used to have enzyme acid, fruit enzyme peels.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, oh, I've had a peel. And then when I had the super blend, I was like, and I've had a peel.
Actually had a peel.
Yeah, coming off.
Yeah.
So in that respect, yes, I do try and say to people what the simplistic term is, if you're starting off with a good canvas, then you can actually really see what bits you want treating and what you might not want anything after. Might be shooting, renewing the foot and say, just have a chemical peel and don't come back to renew. You won't need to.
You look amazing. Do not come back. That's really interesting, actually, that you talk about that. And I think giving other people seeing that not just Botox and fillers is where it's at, actually doesn't have to start there at all. No. I think gives people the ability to maybe have a look into something a bit different. Because the thing is, with Botox and fillers and peels, it's about bang for buck. And the UK's made it bang for buck. Botox and fillers are the more cost-effective treatments, rather than looking, actually, we know that the more cost-effective treatment for longevity, long-term, a multitude of things would be a peel, but it's still not quite there yet, because
I think there's a lot of educating to do.
Toxin and fillers are.
If a price at an aesthetics place is cheap, it's probably too good to be true. They're not using the best products. They're not using good quality products. You might end up going for your Botox every 2 to 3 months because it's wearing off.
Absolutely.
Whereas with a peel, all right, you've got your 28-day with your full, where you'll see the full results, but that's still working. Your cell turnover is still going way beyond the 28 days.
Absolutely.
And so, and it's newer skin all the time that's coming through. Yeah. So you can't replicate that with a filler or Botox.
100%. It's much less tangible. However, it's much more efficacious long term.
Yeah.
For sure. So, you know, you've got these two big roles, like you Outdazzle and then here. I mean, obviously they don't overly clash. I think a time ago, Michelle, you got asked, you were doing quite a bit. You were doing a lot, weren't you? Like 6 days a week. Are you doing that at the minute? Well, let me ask that first question first. Are you doing that? Are you doing 6 days, or have you chosen to not do as many?
I've chosen not to do as many. However, because Sally's decided she wants some leave, I have got my bad planning, 2 weeks where I've got 6 days, but I know.
Okay.
But it's only because I'm covering and it's only for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But in general, I'll have 1 week where I've literally got 4 days in, which is here.
Yeah.
And then I have a Saturday off. And then I'll do the following week and I'll have my 4 days in here. And then I'll work a Saturday.
That's right.
So 5 days. So I'm not doing more than 5 days.
Okay.
And it's actually quite nice because I'll have a Thursday off. And then come in on a Friday.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I've got Saturday, Sunday off.
Yeah.
Or the following week, I've just got the Thursday off and the Sunday off.
So
which is nice.
Dead nice balance for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
and I do like and I do like the two different jobs so it's only a Saturday, popping into Outdazzle. At the moment we're planning next spring summer 26.
Ooh.
Like different outfits, choosing different fabrics.
That's cool.
So different styles. And I'm always like to Sally, I'm like, no, you want it lower. You want it shorter. You want it floaty. And Sally's going, oh, it's a bit lower. No, if anybody wants it, you shove something on underneath it.
If these are out, these are in. If these are out, these is there a thing with that? Is that an actual thing?
You should only ever really show either your legs or your boobs. Okay. You shouldn't have everything on display.
Okay, good. I like that. I don't have anything on display. I never do.
She doesn't.
Your age now, are you finding that you want to slow down? Do you love the fact that you're still working? Like, I feel like when I get to for 57, I'll still feel, I can't imagine not working.
No.
Do you feel like that?
Yeah.
Like you can't.
Yeah. I couldn't stop working.
No.
I can't even imagine. Sometimes like when I've got 6 days, I'll probably think,
yeah, like everyone would. Yeah.
But I can't ever imagine doing, say, less than 3 or 4 days.
Right.
I think I'd be bored.
Yeah, I do.
I think I'd find lots of things to do.
Yeah.
But then I'd be like, right, I've done all that now.
Do you feel like it gives you a sense of purpose still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you learn new things every day. And you're meeting people every day. And
yeah, I agree.
I like the routine. I like the,
yeah,
get up just before 7, throw my gym gear on, take Bailey out for a walk. And she's always, dead eager at the door, wants to go and get out and see different people on the dog walks, chat to different people and then come back, showered, changed into work. And
so you can't imagine being a lady at lunch. Like you can't imagine being
no.
I can't for you because you get stuck in quite a lot. But I just wondered whether
No. So like on a Thursday, I'll go out with Debs or with Sam, or sometimes just stay at home and just potter and do. And Rick always says to me, what are you pottering about? There's all sorts to do there. There's always something to do.
Yeah.
And then if I've got the weekend off, sometimes if I've got a Saturday and a Sunday off and I've been off on the Thursday, I'm like, what shall I do? And you think, I don't know. Sometimes I find myself going down to Mount Dazzle and I'm not even working.
Oh, brilliant.
Just to go and see what's going on and see what's come in and what the new stock's like. Or I'll go and see Avis in Daniels and go like, I forgot.
Oh, brilliant.
But I just, to get 2 days together off it's like,
it's unheard of. Yeah.
What do I do?
What a treat. When working in the fashion side, you've moved from like skincare to, various sales and whatnot. Is having that passion for making women, because one thing that none of you will know about Michele is that she can look at you, tell you what size you are, what would suit you, what wouldn't suit you within about 3 seconds.
She shouldn't be wearing that.
You are so good at that. Is that come over time?
I think so. Yeah, I think you generally know your stock if you're in Outdazzle.
Yeah.
And so you know what would suit you, what styles would suit you. And that just carries on with fashion. I like looking at fashion. Rick always says to me now, are you shopping again? I'm like, no, I'm just looking at what's new in.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking because I want to buy it all. Yeah. I'm looking at, that's, oh, right, I've got something like that. It refreshes your memory of what you've got in your wardrobe.
Yeah.
And what would look good on certain people. And because I just constantly flick through it and think, oh, that's back in fashion, that's back in, and that's back in, and that colour works with that, it just makes you, like, I'll see something and I'll think, oh my God, Kelly would look mega in that.
Really?
That would look really good on Kelly.
No
or
way.
Louise would suit that. That would really suit Louise.
Oh, wow.
Or let's put Louise in that for a laugh.
That's even funnier. I love that.
No, you look lovely, love.
Oh, that's brilliant.
But no, it's I think just over time, you just pick up and see what would suit certain people, and what you can see people pulling things out and you think it's just so not going to suit you.
Yeah,
but how about trying this?
Oh, wow.
And then they try it. And again, when you're in somewhere day in, day out, because obviously I was in Outdazzle full time at one point, you just know what will fit people, what will suit people. And there's nothing nicer than knowing that somebody's been and searched everywhere for a garden party or a holiday outfit or a wedding or a mother of the bride or a party that's coming up, and knowing that you just pull something out and go, you look amazing in that.
It's just such a skill though. It really is, because you think that, that'd look amazing. I can't do it, but you do it and you get it bang right every time.
Well, I couldn't do Botox or fillers. I could, but I'd love to see your face after
Very true. Quite right, Michele. We all have our skills.
We do.
Maybe I'll stick to mine doing that. Yeah. You always take an interest in your own style because you always look freaking stylish. Do you apply that same style to other people? Do you know proportion-wise, like face-wise, hair-wise, colours? Like, is it your own sense of flair and style? And was Hong Kong an influence?
I don't think Hong Kong was, because it was just so hot and humid, and they've got an amazing fashion scene in Hong Kong. But where I lived, so it was like kind of out in the country. It was just, we were just very casual. But For me, it's just learning over the years what I think suits me and my style and what I'm comfortable in. I know that I've got quite a long body, so anything with a waist just doesn't look good on me. I tried a dress on an Outdazzle the other week and Sally went, it was a couple of months ago now, obviously it was a white dress. She went, try this on, it'll look, I want you to have a white dress. And so I tried it on, it came out, I was like, Little House on the Prairie wasn't the look I was going for.
Not the thing.
I look like Little Bo Peep, I've had to put a bonnet on. We were howling, laughing. I went, yeah, maybe not the little white dress.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And it's a style that this certain brand has done forever. And I've had it in a floral print before, but because you can't see that band in the floral print, you can't see how high the waist is.
Yeah. So you would,
but in a plain print, it was up there and I just looked ridiculous. But we started doing a really good thing in Outdazzle at the minute with young Ella, who's got like a washboard tummy and, she's only about 4. And she does all the Instagram posts.
Yes,
and so doing like a mum and daughter almost type thing. And that's a good way to show how...
Yeah,
how an outfit, how an outfit can still be worn by somebody that's much more mature than young Ella is.
Because that's a huge thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's having the confidence. People are, I can't wear that, I can't wear that.
Yeah.
Well, you can, you just don't need to have it hoisted up here or showing all your midriff or down on your hips with your thong hanging over the top like they're wearing at the minute and all that sort of stuff. It's just showing different ways to wear it and different and mix and match that that you don't have to buy that because it's a set and it's a top and a bottom.
Yeah, you can mix.
You can wear that top with something else. You can wear the bottoms with something else. It's just learning to mix and match the different things.
You're so good. Honestly, I could sit and listen to you all day about stuff like that. You're so interesting. One of the other things I want to talk to you about is your change in mindset in skincare here.
Yeah.
Does the Gluceuticals skincare range make perfect sense to you? And if it doesn't, there might be a few things that you tweak about it, because we all love like a face oil, or we'd all wish that actually despite it being in this treatment range, this is a treatment range, isn't it? There are certain luxurious things that you might want to see in a range like this, but you haven't got it. So you stick to, like you've said about a famous brand recently, Nip and Fab, we'll say it and we'll put it in the captions because you love it and we love the branding guys. You've done a great job. I know that even though you work here, the Gluceuticals make sense to you. It's not just because you work here though, is it?
No.
You would, even as a patient of mine, despite being here, you'd probably have taken them on, right?
My friend Sammy always says to me, I'm an advertiser's dream. If something comes up and it says it's limited edition, I'll buy it, whether I need it or not. And if there's a new product, she'll be like, of course you've tried it because it's been plastered everywhere. Of course you've got it, of course. And I have got drawers and drawers full of products where I've got to have it. Have you seen what it does? Have you seen what it does? And I'll use it twice and think, I don't like that. It's rubbish. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do half of what it says it's doing. So for me, the Gluceuticals is just bang on. It's so for me, the 5 a day is just a moisturiser. It's just everything in one. It's out of stock. I'm really sorry, everybody. But it's due back in any minute.
Yeah.
It's just, it ticks all the boxes for your moisturiser, your calming, especially at this time of year.
Absolutely.
With radiators coming on, central heating and everything. It's so calming. My face flushes at this time of year. It just goes bright red when you go, because you're going, I'm out with the dog in the morning.
Cold, hot.
Yeah. So it helps with all of that.
Drink more alcohol maybe because you keep warmer nights in. Alcohol, just in general, like you'll be flushed more, won't you? Because we're going hot to cold, cold to hot. And people that suffer with rosacea find it this time of year, like maybe because you may be seeing your pals more, you're not drinking as much water maybe. So in the summer months, we drink booze, but in winter months, we drink more red wine.
Yeah.
Like we're drinking more like rosy things.
You see my little eyes prick up when she said alcohol. I thought she was going to offer something then.
And on the alcohol. Congratulations, Michelle.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a huge seed. We dehydrated and stuff.
Part of it. Yeah. And so, but the 5 a day ticks all of that. And then, you know me, my favourite pep talk is just incredible.
So good.
Use 2-3 times a week. Just takes all that, because it does kill your skin, doesn't it? The central heating.
Absolutely.
And so just to take off that very, very top surface layer with pep talk and give your skin that tightening is...
I must say though, Michelle, right, I feel really honoured that you love this skincare. Honestly, because you, like you say, you're an emphasized dream. Your friends know that about you. You've been exposed to shit loads of skincare throughout your life, all over the world.
Yeah.
And you've come back to gluceuticals.
And I've come to the gluceuticals.
But you know, it's such a testament to like for you to use it.
I mean, hit reset 3-4 times a week. Just
so good.
It's amazing. It
works though.
It works. I have the occasional holiday throughout the year.
Let's not go there, people.
So even though I use my SPF like rigorously, and I wear a baseball cap, my head's under the umbrella, my freckles just see the sun and just think, out we come.
Yeah.
Hit reset and pep talk all help with that. They just, you know, when you come back from holiday.
Yeah.
So I don't take those on. I take pep talk,
which is quite right because of the acids.
I don't take my hit reset on holiday.
Yeah, correct.
But when I come back, I can just see it starting to calm it all down, starting to, you know, take the freckles away, balance it all back out again. And it's just a mega product. Amazing. So I just think the two things that I do use are an eye cream.
Yeah.
And as you've said, my Nip and Fab peptide oil fix, whatever it's called.
What would you like to see in the gluceuticals range then?
Those an eye care.
Yeah.
And like a finishing oil.
Nice.
So I didn't realise how much I would quite like this finishing oil. But there's only so many layers that you can keep going, you know, if you've got your HA and when you've got 5 a day. And bear in mind, I've only really turned to the peptide thing since we've been out of stock of 5 a day.
Absolutely.
So I might feel that I don't need that.
Yeah. Once 5 a day.
5 a day's back in.
Same.
Because that is so nourishing and moisturising that I might not need that then. So it'll be interesting to see how I carry on with that.
Yeah.
And how many times they post the adverts for
it.
That's
so true.
But I might feel that it's too much then, because I remember last year, once you'd done your cleanse, your tone, your moisturise, your serums, your thinking, and then your SPF, and then thinking, I feel like I'm out here already.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see whether I still feel the need for it. Or I might just reduce it to 2-3 days a week or whatever. But
I was going to say, I think that's for me, like that additional eye cream is like more products in the range, and I just need less products, like for me to actually bother doing it.
Yeah. And I like the fact that with gluceuticals, it's the maximum you need really on your shelf is 3.
It's amazing.
Out of the 5 products, 3 would see you through each season.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's it though.
Yeah.
It's a real like coup and move like into new skin routines, new skin products, because I never thought I'd use 3 products that would work.
No. And it's actually nice having space on the bathroom shelf.
When you go away, you know, if you go to a hotel overnight,
just
you're
3
like,
products.
Yeah, I swear to God, it does work. Sometimes during the podcast, towards the end of the podcast, Michelle, we tend to like look at Reddit style questions about what people are saying. So I'm going to talk a bit about this for the two of us. But a few questions that people have said are, how do I reinvent myself after 40 when I'm not sure what I want to look like or for my skin to behave like? How would we answer that? Like, how do I reinvent myself? This is a question on Reddit that somebody's asked Reddit.
How do I reinvent myself?
Yeah, I can see why, because I think you can become a bit more invisible. Your style changes. You look on, like, you know, when you're watching This Morning and you see the 40-year-old model, which isn't the 20-year-old model. You go to Zara. Can I still do Zara? You know, you're not doing Miss Selfridge anymore. You're not really doing New Look. You might find something in New Look. Your skin changes. It becomes more dehydrated. Maybe you're touching menopause. Yeah. I can see why you all of a sudden you go, oh, does this work for me?
Yeah.
How do women come in, like you say, you've got Ellies and then you've got like the olders. After 40, to reinvent yourself, do you go different colours? Like, I get it.
I don't think anybody really needs to reinvent themselves. No. It's about for me, it's about what you feel good in, what you feel relaxed in, and what I think your skincare, yes, probably. I mean, some people still got the blue eyeliner. It's gone out of fashion and coming back in fashion again. I think everybody needs at a certain point to empty that makeup bag and empty that skincare cupboard and start afresh and start with a new routine. And I think generally, as a person, I think if your skin looks good and your hair looks good, I think you feel good, you feel better. But it's just about experimenting. Experimenting with fashion. I don't believe that anybody after 40, you should say, I can't wear a short skirt, I can't wear a blouse, I can't wear...
it's mutton, just... though. How do you do it? You just do it right, do it well.
Just do it well. And just do it. And like I said, you don't need 25 different short skirts or long skirts or whatever. Just find one style that suits you.
Oh, I like that.
And I just think that's, if you find something that you're comfortable with, and that suits you and your shape, then that's when you can start tweaking. And if you're not sure of what you want, go to a shop, go and get a personal shopper.
Oh, cool.
Go to Zara, go and take 25 things into the fitting room and try them on and just think, I wouldn't normally wear that, but I'll try it on. Have a look on things like Pinterest, on Instagram, on TikTok, and just type in fashion. And it's not all about seeing that young skinny girl with... it's just look at what styles you like. So you like that dress, you like that. What is it you like about the dress? Is it the collar? Is it the sleeves? Is it the length? So I love that dress, but maybe I can't wear it because it's dead skin tight here. So have a look for a similar dress with a similar collar and a similar sleeve and a similar length, but that isn't fitted, or that's got a self-tie belt that you can maybe take the self-tie belt off with and put a loose hip belt on. So it's nipping you in a little bit, but it's not pulling you in because you've got a midriff, or, because of menopause, you've suddenly gone square around here. Don't be afraid to cinch that in a little bit, but you don't need to hoist it in, and you don't need to have an oversized dress. You don't need to wear something too big. Still just show your silhouette.
I think we need like a Michele weekly episode because this is really, you don't realise how good you are at it. You're so good at it.
But a lot of people that put weight on around the middle are so paranoid, so they wear big baggy tops or big baggy dresses, and you're just making yourself look 2 or 3 times bigger than you actually are. And so don't be afraid to just have a loose belt. It doesn't have to be tight. Just lower. Like I said before, I've got a long body. So if I've got something tight round here, it just makes me look the weirdest shape. Whereas if I have it looser and lower, it's still cinching you in, but it's flattering. It's flattering your shape.
That's we need to, along with like the makeup artist day, we need a fashion day, babes. What else have people asked? Okay, what's the most life-changing experience you've ever had, good or bad? Anyone else feel like confidence comes from your outfit and your skin? I swear it's both. That's an interesting one. Anyone else feel like confidence comes from your outfit and your skin? I swear it's both. For me, it starts with skin. If I look in the mirror and I feel crap or look shit or whatever, I'm periody, I've got spots today, like I know why. It's hormones, I swear. It will affect my confidence a bit. And I can cover myself up. So it's not about, if I can just put a baggy jumper on, or if I'm bloated or whatever, I can cover it. Whereas it's for me, it's my, like, what people see immediately.
It's your
it's my face. What about you? Are you saying? Can you go out thinking, I look shit hot in this outfit? I can tie my hair back and.
I think if I know if I'm tired, that you can always tell with my eyes. My eyes give so much about me away. But if my outfit, I can cover that by not power dressing, but making sure that my outfit takes away from my face. But I also think if your hair is if you like your hair, if you're happy with your hair, But I do think a lot of it comes from within. If you can look after your skin, I mean, you can't always help a sleepless night or whatever, but if your skin looks good, then you, like you say, scrape your hair back. You can just throw something on. You know, if your face and your skin's glowing, you can just throw your tracksuit on, you can throw your gym gear on and you still look good. So I do think it is about what you eat and it's about your skincare.
Oh, Michele, she's a dream, isn't she? Well, I mean, once again, obviously, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. You're absolutely fascinating. I always say that listening to you is just, I could just stand flat. Carry on. Keep going.
That's because I'm nodding her off. She's nodding off here.
No, it's really
I'll come and read you a bedtime story.
I was going to say, you can get cozy and blanket on. It's always really interesting and you've always got loads to say and you've got a really nice like way of putting stuff and listening to people and making them feel seen and heard, especially because of your tapestry of life that you've had. Have you enjoyed it?
I have. I can't believe how quickly it's gone.
Is it what you thought it was going to be?
It's a bit more relaxed than the first one.
Yeah.
And the fact that I was hoping you weren't going to ask me any really difficult questions, which you didn't.
Absolutely not. It's about you. It's about a chat.
It's like a trip down memory lane, really. It's because you forget about things. You forget about things that you do in your life, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
And just thinking about like some of the trips that we did with the airline and all that sort of stuff, it just brings it all back when people talk to you about it. You don't often get a chance to sit and reminisce.
Yeah.
So
because it's who you are today.
Yeah.
It's who sat in front of me. That's what's made you who you are and how like attractive you are.
All your experiences.
Yeah, defo.
Oh,
thank you so much, Michele.
Thank you for having me.
I'm coming again.
Yeah. We'll have a chat upstairs as well.
Okay, done. That's it for today's Barefaced Chat. Thank you so much for listening. If you've loved this conversation, make sure you follow, rate, and share. It really helps more people find us and join the conversation. I'll be back next week with another honest, unfiltered chat. Because skin isn't just skin. It's your story, and I'm here for it.